Hey Krishna. The devotees are able to hear? Hey Krishna. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Yeah. Gulab Singh, Gulab Singh, na? Yeah, Hare Krishna. Anjali Sharma. Tapasya after long time. We will be having today a very special session. I think I am not visible. I think Radha Govinda is visible. Na?
I'm very happy to see each one of you here. And especially, I'm very. Please mute your mics. I think some background. So this session today, discovering inner self, is very special for me because we have with us a very special guest, Manoj Kumar Gupta. He has been initiated into Gaudiya Sampradaya by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj in the year 2000. I think it was 19. 19.
Yes.
Madhav Sundar Das. He's a pass out from IIT Kharagpur. He did his BTech, MTech, and quite well educated and very intelligent. And that is the fact. That is the reason by which he has embraced Krishna consciousness wholeheartedly. I know him from the time during his days in college. Manoj Prabhu, as we know him earlier. Hare Krishna Muralidhar. So he is a. I would like to briefly introduce. I not prepared much about him, but as I know, after he passed out, there were many wonderful opportunities for job perspectives he was getting from IIT campus, within the IIT campus. But he chose to serve Prabhupada mission in a very unique way, where they established one institute called Partha Educational Institutes, in which they were teaching IIT coaching to the many students based in Kolkata, and then through that also inspiring them to Krishna consciousness. And the result I can see over all these years which he has served in Partha, that many students who are now the teenage children of the congregation whom we are preaching here in Kolkata, they very much remember Manoj sir. There are many sirs, Nikhil sir, Praveen sir, and things. But Manoj Prabhu is very unique for his presentations and a personal care which he gives. And today topic, he has been presenting such topics in many colleges, even is continuing to present in IIT Kharagpur. And he is doing presently his job at Tirupati. It's kept at the lotus feet of Lord Balaji. Maybe after some events, we will ask him also to speak on Tirupati Balaji. Hopefully, he'll get more into the mood of Balaji. So for today, we'll be focusing on this particular topic, discover in ourselves. Before I request our main guest, Madhav Sundar Prabhu, to speak on it, I'd like to share something from Chaitanya Charitamrit. This is one of the book written by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami on Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, who has come in Kali Yuga to spread the Hare Krishna movement 536 years back. So this is the life and teachings of Chaitanya. So I will be sharing one particular verse in which Prabhupada mentions about the this knowledge of inner self. So this will be very helpful. So I request some of you students to read it, the translation. I will read the verse and you can read the translation. This is Bengali. This is given in a verse. Praninam upakaryaya yat eveha paratra cha karmana manasa vacha tadeva matiman bhajet. Yeah, Komal Rohil, yes, I'm waiting for you only to please translate, read the translation and forward. You're able to see it?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please wait.
By his work, thoughts and words, an intelligent man must perform actions which will be beneficial for all living entities in this life and the next.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, people in general don't know what is to take place in the next life. To prepare oneself for his next life is common sense and it is principle of Vedic civilization. But presently, people throughout the world do not believe in a next life. Even influential professors and other educators say that as soon as the body is finished, everything is finished. This atheistic philosophy is killing human civilization. People are irresponsibly performing all sorts of sinful activities, and thus the privilege of human life is being taken away by the educational propaganda of so-called leaders. Actually, it is a fact that this life is meant for preparation for the next life. By evolution, one has come through many species or forms, and this human form of life is an opportunity to promote oneself to a better life.
Okay,
This
thank you.
is
You can,
explained in Bhagavad Gita.
yeah, this you can stop. Yeah. So this is a very important purport which Srila Prabhupada speaks. How the present professors and leaders, are misguiding the people and knowledge of the inner self, especially the transformation of a soul from one body to another. They say that there is no such event that takes place. You die along with this body. But here there are two professors sitting, Murari Gopal Murlidhar and Manoj Kumar Gupta Madhav Sundar. And maybe the others also there here who are in that roles of professors, leaders. Very important to understand this principle and keep in practice. So, and today is a very special event, our Murlidhar Prabhu's birthday. So at the end of this session, today, now it is 6:50, I request the Madhav Sundar Prabhu, Manoj Prabhu to share his views on the topic for about 45 minutes to 50 minutes. And then we will have at around 7:45 the event for I would like to speak something on Muralidhar, and any other students of him, they would like to share something, they can speak. Birthday is a very special event. Hare Krishna. So now I request Manoj Prabhu to take the spotlight and share.
Hare Krishna. I'm very thankful to His Grace Balaram and Prabhuji is telling that two professors are sitting, but Prabhuji is actual professor. Prabhuji has only taught us everything. He is spiritual professor. Also, I'm very happy. Prabhu, as soon as he came, first Radha Govindji is visible, and then he came, and he's exactly in the middle. Radharani is right side, Govindji is left side in between. So that view is looking so beautiful. It's looking like Prabhuji is actually their head of department of DT department. So he serves DT department. So it's looking, he's sitting in altar only. From altar only, he's giving this session. Looking like this in the video. Very beautiful. So I'm very thankful to Prabhuji. Actually, I am also one of all of you here who will be speaking something. And many of you are senior to me also. So I don't know. I'm just feeling as if I'm giving an online class to the students because their also video is closed, and the professors, like we used to go on speaking, and they are busy eating popcorn and doing whatever. I don't know what they're doing. So I don't whatever. I hope all of you can will be maybe this hour we can take some benefit from each other. That's how this discussion will be. This will not be a lecture.
So devotees are requested if they can keep their mic camera on, it will be nice.
Yeah.
Correct.
Otherwise, it will looking more of like.
I given you the sharing rights. If you want to share as a PPT or something.
Yes, yes. I will share the same that PPT only. Yeah. Okay. So you start with small prayer. Om Dhyan Timrandhasya Jnananjala Chakshuro Militam He Tashmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyate Shatarani. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I'm very happy to be with all of you. So our today's topic is actually, yes, very important. Discover the inner self. Just 1 minute. I'll just share this. Yes. One eternal truth that can change your mission. So basically, as soon as this topic is there, I am seeing discover inner self. What is coming to my mind is actually internals are more important than externals. This means until unless, like we talk of many times, personality development, this development, that, and all that. But if we ourselves don't know who we are, then what we can do to ourselves? Many times this question comes, and we are trying to understand who really we are, because we are there in this world trying to become happy each and every moment. We are trying to become happy in this world, searching for that happiness. But like just a mirage, as we are seeing and trying to search happiness, we are getting happiness. We are feeling, oh, their happiness is there. And जैसे ही वो happiness के पास जाते हैं, पता चलता है कि वो तो happiness है ही नहीं, वो तो रेत है. Because we are seeing a mirage and we are seeing that the water is there. But actually, you don't know, in desert, how can you get water? Only you'll get dry, hot sand. And that is what is happening with us each day, each moment, every time it's happening with us the same. Like when we go in highway, the same thing happens. When we are going in the highway in the hot summer day, then when you go down like this, then we see, oh, there is water, but it looks like water, but actually when you go near, there is no water. Same way in this world also, we are trying to understand the reality. We're trying to understand the reality. But actual reality is so far, very difficult to get that reality. Somehow or other, we all are very fortunate that Srila Prabhupada came in our way, and we are trying to understand this reality. And he has given that reality in such a small, simple manner. Like, for example, nearby, I will tell about my friend. One of my friend is there nearby only, in our institute only. He basically, just recently he joined. He's from North. And he's a good person, but somehow or other, because he's now he's young, he's staying alone, so that small bad habits come about. So he was making friendship with everyone, but somehow he has very close friendship with me. मुझसे बहुत अच्छा दोस्ती है उसका. His name is Devendra. And when we used to go together to eat somewhere in the restaurant. And generally I don't eat outside, so he will be eating and then I will be talking with him. Then sometime I will take some liquids. Then like that, slowly he made friendship with me. I was seeing that how he was wanting to know about spirituality, and he is wanting to know who is God, what is life. So many questions are there. And he's asking me every time this question, that question, so many different questions. I was so happy. At least I'm getting someone. By being with him, I was able to remember Krishna. So I was feeling so fortunate last 2-3 months. As soon as I came, he was there. Last 6 months. And today only he got shifted to, he got transferred to, another branch of our Allen, which is Coimbatore. So I am feeling so bad. And he started chanting one round. I was so happy because I was becoming Krishna conscious because of him. I was alone, but because he was there, I was able to remember Krishna. मैं कुछ कृष्णा के बारे में बोल पाता था, and I was intrigued because he was asking questions. So मुझे भी लगता था कि अरे ये तो questions का सही है. Then I used to search more answers. Okay, what shall I answer? So by that, I was feeling so happy कि at least even in institute when I was there, whenever in free time is there, he will ask so many questions. Sometimes I get irritated. अरे इतना question क्या पूछता है? कहाँ से आ गया ये? तो somehow, but then yesterday he was leaving. So many friends were there. But I was seeing that he was not, और किसी से उतना नहीं. But we both somehow got attached because our focus was, our center was Krishna. We were talking about Krishna. We were talking about God. Although whatever he must have understood, whatever I was trying to make him understand. But I was seeing that because this Krishna is center, this relationship, he's not having any relationship with others. Others से उतना मतलब नहीं है. But he didn't went to anybody's home. Yesterday he came to my home, sat down for 1 hour. Talk with me, and then told I'm going. I don't want to go, but I'm going. What to do? I guess like this. Whatever. He has some bad habits also. Like Then also we were trying to, like, sometimes he used to drink. Then we were discussing how to reduce this. He left also. Reduced also. So much. He was feeling, I was going on the right track. Now who will be there with me? So he was feeling that So this Friday Sangha, what I mean to say is that Friday Sangha, which is because Balaram is kept for all of us. This Sangha is so important. When we understand the importance of this Sangha, when we don't have that Sangha. This person was going away, then he's understanding more. Arey, ab main kya karunga? Akele kaise hoga? How will I get this Sangha? How? And same way, I'm also feeling the same thing. Like also, as all of you have this sessions Friday evening. Prabhuji has also kept Friday morning for all of us. He has started last week only for all of us. And we had before, but in between COVID, it was stopped and rescheduled. And then again, my office is there at morning 7:30. So I'm not able to attend that also. Then also I'm feeling, what I am only not attending, what I will give session to others. I was feeling this only now, as soon as I was starting to, talk about this session. So point is, if we take the input, we are getting the input as what is, Prabhuji only explained once. But if we are not taking the input, how we can give that input to others? So very, very important. That's why we all are trying to advance. We all are trying to understand the reality. We all are trying to. But one very wonderful thing is that, when I was talking to this friend, he is trying to read all different types of books. Osho and this book, that book. Because he wants to understand spirituality. And every time I'm telling him, whenever he's asking me, Arey, batao na yaar, what is the essence of spirituality? Last 3 months, 4 months, I'm telling him, it's very simple. I chant Hare Krishna. You also sit with me and chant Hare Krishna. So then he chants, but then again he gets the question. Again, David yesterday was asking, अरे इतना हट योगा होता है, ये होता है, इतना डिफिकल्ट होता है भगवान को पाना, और तुम लोग क्या ऐसे बोलते हो, जस्ट यू चैंट हरे कृष्णा एंड यू विल गेट गॉड, हाउ इज दिस पॉसिबल? अरे बाबा, that is what is the essence. This Krishna consciousness, this going towards Krishna has made this very, very easy for this Kali Yuga people, because Krishna knows how lazy we people are. We just want to eat and we just want to sleep. Yes or no? Can I say, if we are just left alone, we will just if we are not forced by someone, I mean to say at least inspired by someone, we will not want to do anything, just eat, sleep, what to do? But Krishna knows that. That's why he has made it so simple. But Krishna has made it so simple that we are getting doubt. Oh, achieving God, achieving Krishna is so simple. We just have to chant Hare Krishna, read the spiritual books, and that is all about. So the same doubt he was getting. So this Friday Satsanga, if we are regularly attending, all our doubts will be cleared. And this inspiration, which is there within us now, will be more sparked upon. It will be like more, more fiery. That is very, very important. So with this, basically, today's session, the main focus and the main is in one line, without deviating, without going here and there, that how we are not this body, we are spirit soul. This is the essence. We understand, we have read this, but we have not realized this. That how we are not this, you are seeing this muscle, they are seeing this skin on your body. You're not this body which you are seeing every day in the mirror, which I am seeing in the mirror, which we are combing every day. We are not this body. Actually, who are we? We are spirit, soul. So today we'll be hearing some stories and trying to understand logically and scientifically and also Vedically, I mean to say from scriptures, that how we are not this body, we are spirit soul. Because more we understand and more we realize, the more we understand, more we hear, more we realize this. And then we practice. Because once we understand and realize, I mean to say to some extent, that how we are not this body, we are spirit soul, then we will put our fuel accordingly. If I know that I am this motor car which runs on diesel, then I will put diesel now. If I don't know only this car will run on diesel or it will run on petrol, I will be going on putting petrol, but it will not run. So that is the problem. If we think that we are body, we will only put the fuel of the body. But if we know that no, we are not body, we are actually soul, then we will put the fuel of the soul. If you just put the fuel of the body, your body will be very fit, stout, everything will be going so wonderfully, but your soul will be gone. And you'll not realize also what has happened. So as soon as we talk of this world, as soon as we talk of this life, we all are always confused in our life. And that was the situation of Arjuna also. Arjuna was also confused at the fag moment of when examination is there. Can I say all preparation is done, everything is done, like all the students, they say, sir, everything is fine, I prepare so nicely, but as soon as I go to the war field, I mean to say, as soon as I go to the exam, all the concepts get mixed up and I'm confused. Same thing, Arjuna was prepared, everything was done, everything is set, and at the last moment when fight is about to happen, Arjuna is telling, oh, I will not fight. Now he got the doubt which he should ask before, he's asking on the battlefield. And that was the arrangement of Krishna, because Krishna arranged that all. So that, because when you see Mahabharata, everybody, all of us, we like Mahabharata so much in television. What happened? After this, what happened? After this, what happened? After this, what happened? And when the Gita starts, when Krishna starts, then those sessions, those we skip. When we were old days, we were seeing in television. I remember then that 2-3 weeks, abhi to wo chal raha hai, roj Bhagwan kuch bol rahe hain. Kya bol rahe hain, we don't know. When after this, then war will start, then we will see, na, that is real Mahabharata. So that Gita part is gone. So that's why Vedyas, what he has done, he has put it in between. Because everybody wants to hear masala and all that. In between, Gita is there. So this Gita is the essence. Arjuna was confused, same way as we are confused. Like as we talk of, see here in this slide, how Arjuna was before, what he was telling. My whole body is trembling, my hair is standing on, and my Gandiva is slipping from my hand, and my skin is burning. He's telling, I can't fight now, I'm confused, and this and that. Arjuna had lack of confidence, he was in anxiety, he was demoralized, stressed, depression. But one Bhagavad Gita changed his life. After Krishna spoke, what happened? The same way, my dear friends, one Bhagavad Gita, one Prabhupada books come in somebody's hand, our life just miraculously changes. All of your life also is changing, must have changed by reading some books, and you must be reading that book. I would just like to share a small story about this, how Srila Prabhupada books can really, these books, these Vedic texts can change, they can change their lives. Once I was hearing, this is a story I think of a foreign country. Once what happened was, there was a couple, and after some months, as in foreign countries also we hear now what to speak of foreign countries, even now, prevalent, because as Kali Yuga is progressing, very difficult. So husband and wife, they wanted to get divorced. So then what happened? They went to the court, they filed the case, okay, now we want to get divorced and all that. And husband was, in one of the katera, and the wife was this side. They both were standing face to face. And the judge is there. And judge told, okay, continue your proceedings. As soon as the judge told, the wife started speaking. I don't want to stay with this person. I want to just be away. I don't want to stay. And immediately the judge told, okay, what do you want to speak to the husband? The husband says that she doesn't want to see me, doesn't want to what to speak of that. I myself, why I would like to see, why I would like to stay with her. I don't want to stay with her. So like that, they started fighting in the court only. Then judge told, okay, order, what nonsense you are doing. Then immediately they're both things, whatever was there, heard by the judge. And now judge gave a judgment which was, judge told, okay, my dear friends, you both what you do, I will suggest for 1 year, you don't take divorce, but you be away from each other. Just stay away from each other because you don't want to stay. Anyhow, I can't force you to stay. But you don't want to take divorce. What you do, I will just postpone your divorce for 1 year. After 1 year, we will have the hearing because just have the expertise of giving next date, tarikh. So next tarikh de diya ki 1 saal baad milenge. And as soon as this judgment was given by the judge, all the people in the audience, they were very happy. Somehow they were thinking that this judge is very intelligent. Something good will happen maybe in 1 year. And this immediately husband and wife, ऐसे करके चला गया दोनों कि क्या जजमेंट है 1 साल तक. No, sorry, अभी तक गया नहीं. क्या हुआ? Then immediately the wife told that okay, I will stay away. I will not stay with him, but I want one. मेरा एक शर्त है. In whichever city I am staying, in that city my husband should not stay. Then just told, oh my God, this is because I don't want to say by mistake. Also, I don't want to see his face. Then just told, okay, fine. This is so. What you do? You both will stay in different cities, and they both started staying in different cities. And days were passing by, months passed by. 1 महीना हो गया, 2 महीना हो गया, कुछ महीने बीत गए. Because they were husband wife, obviously they were thinking in their minds about each other. That is true. Because nowadays people want to take divorce for petty reasons, small reasons. कुछ तो हो गया, दूध गर्म करके लाया, ठंडा हो गया, दूध ठंडा हो गया रास्ता में, तो डाइवर्स. कि दूध ठंडा कैसे हो गया, मेरे को दूध गर्म चाहिए, तो उसके लिए डाइवर्स. I want to say what all reasons in newspaper if you read, I was shocked to hear the reasons why people are want to get it. They forget only the purpose of life and why we are together, why husband wife is together, and that's nonsense. And why problem is what they don't want to actually give divorce. You know what the problem is? The problem is they are waiting who will say sorry first. This is the main reason I'm telling you. The main reason for divorce is husband is waiting that she should say sorry, and wife is waiting that he should say sorry. 100%. I don't have that experience right now. I'm just married, but I'm telling you, this is the crux. Even if bigger mistakes happen, my dear friends, even if here in this audience, if some husband wife is there, because all of you are senior, maybe whatever, but it says that this is if husband has done mistake, then also if it has come to divorce, if he just says sorry, the divorce will be gone. 100%. I'm telling you. Even if something happens, wife says sorry, the divorce will be gone. In one line, this is the solution. What is wrong in that? Again, they come together. I'm just telling my personal thing. I was telling to my wife today only. What this is personal, but just I'm sharing that, my dear, even if I scold you sometime, even if I scold you and you cry, don't search for somebody else's chest to go and cry. You come on my chest and only cry. I'm going to say, again, we are together. Anything happens, we are together. Because ultimately, we have to be together only. Same way with devotees also. When devotees, we all are together. Why to unnecessarily think, this happened, that happened? Again, we come together. We go. That's how. Okay, whatever. So, I'm going too much. So then what happened? That this person, this happened, and then immediately they were staying away. And then after 1 year passed, and after 1 year, they came back. And again, as soon as they came back, the day when they were about to come, they both were wanting to see each other, obviously, but they didn't want to see each other also because they want to take divorce. And somehow or other, before the proceedings was about to start, what happened? The husband saw the wife, and wife immediately, they saw each other. And as soon as they see each other, husband saw wife. The wife immediately saw that there was a kanti mala like this in husband's neck. The wife didn't want to talk, but then she asked, "Hey, what is there in your neck? What are you wearing this?" Then he told, "Oh, actually, 3 months back, what happened? One devotee came and he gave me one book which is known as Isha Upanishad. I read that book, and now I am a Krishna devotee. I chant Hare Krishna. So they gave me this kanti mala. So now I am a devotee." Then she told, okay, fine. Then husband immediately, already noticed, but it didn't spoke. He saw a very wonderful, beautiful tilak wife was wearing with the bindi. Tilak was there. He told her, why this tilak? What is this tilak we are wearing? So then immediately she told that, oh, actually, I am amazed. But 3 months before, I also got the same book, Isha Upanishad, by one devotee. And I started chanting and reading this book. And I also, become a devotee like that. And then only the judge, told, like, the time came and they both were standing in front of each other in the Kathara like that. And they were, judge told, okay, now 1 year is gone. So what is the conclusion? What do you want to do? Husband saw to the wife and wife saw to the husband. Both each other, they saw each other. And just we say na, आंखों में वो लोग बात कर लिए कि अब क्या divorce? You also devotee, I am also devotee. What divorce लेके क्या करेंगे? Let us. And then immediately they told, okay, we don't want to take divorce. And as soon as this happened, all the audience was zooming like, oh my God, this judge is so perfect. His decision was so perfect. 1 year he waited, and this means in 1 year their love must have increased and all that. They don't know what is the inner crux, how Krishna came in between their lives and how they both are again together like that. So how one Isha Upanishad, change their lives. Same way, our life is also getting changed by, Srila Prabhupada books. This Bhagavad Gita is that. These all sessions are that only based upon Bhagavad Gita. The essence of Bhagavad Gita, which we are trying to understand. How we are not this body, we are spirit soul. All the sufferings which we are getting in this world is because we don't understand the reality that how we are not this body, we are spirit soul. How to understand this? There are different ways by which we can understand and we can make others understand how we are not this body. Like for example, whenever somebody asks, "Who are you?" Are we made up of chemicals? No, we know that we are not made up of chemicals. Let us go directly. Let us go directly to the slide where different, like when somebody dies, what we say? Somebody passed away. Who passed away? In front of us, of our eyes, you are seeing that person is staying. This means the soul inside the body has gone up. This means the soul inside the body has gone up. That is the simple thing, which is the concept. Na jayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhavitara ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. This means nothing happens to the soul. Soul is always eternal. Soul is always eternal. What happens, what changes is the body. There is neither birth nor death for the soul. This is what Bhagavad Gita says in the 2nd chapter. So body is matter and soul is spirit. Body is temporary, okay, and soul is eternal. Body is not conscious, but soul is conscious. So that is how you can understand. Because soul is made up of Sat, Chid, Ananda. Sat means eternal. There are 3 elements which this soul is made up of. Sat means eternal. Everybody wants to be eternal. Can I say anybody wants to attack you? Immediately, क्या होता है? We don't want to die. We want to see that how we are, safe. This is the inner, understanding, the inner, feeling. This proves that we don't want to die. It proves that we are eternal. We are eternal. We are not born in one sense. Because the body is born. Soul is always eternal. Sat, the Sat feature of our soul. Then Chid. Chid means full of knowledge. The soul is full of knowledge. The soul knows, yes, my master is Krishna. But because we have this covering of body, we have forgotten Krishna. All knowledge. And then Ananda. Soul is full of bliss. There is no suffering to the soul. Soul is always blissful. But because we have this covering of the body, we are imagining. So who is suffering? We are imagining that we are suffering. We are thinking we are suffering. We are thinking we are becoming happy like that. Temporarily. Because of this body. As soon as this body goes away, or even if this body doesn't go away, my dear friends, just we realize that we are soul. Even if we are in this body, but if we realize that we are spirit soul, we'll be very, very happy. You don't have to wait for the body to leave. Just by this consciousness, Krishna consciousness, understanding that how we are not this body, spirit, soul, that moment we'll be happy. That moment, all our miseries will go away. That is how. Soul is such a wonderful. So I'll just tell you one story from my real story. I'll tell you, my dear friends, real story. Because reincarnation is one very, very important concept of proving that how we are not spirit, soul. How we are not this body, we are spirit, soul. So there are different views and logics by which we can understand. Like I remember when I was teaching in Partha, that time one day what happened? Because generally whenever I was teaching, I used to teach for 1 hour, 1.5 hours like that, and 1 hour 45 minutes, 15 minutes I should tell them some stories. And every time some theme was there. So that day my theme was ghost stories. So I asked to the students, would you like to hear, all of you know about ghost? Have you seen ghost? And all the students became very excited. Oh, yes, sir. In my village, this happened. In my village, this happened, and all that. Then I told them, okay, do you want to hear some ghost stories from me? Then they told, yes, we also want to hear ghost stories. Then I started speaking all ghost stories and all that to just for class to become active. And so that I can get some opportunity to speak more about soul. And after the ghost stories, when everybody was active and everybody was very patiently hearing me, then I told, my dear friend. So like this, I was going about many stories. Then I was not knowing that day I will get to hear one story. Then I spoke about Bhagavad Gita, something. As soon as I ended the class, there was one girl. She told, sir, I want to speak to you. I told, yeah, please speak. No, sir, actually, I have a problem. Well, yes, please tell, what is the problem? Then she told, sir, actually, there is my friend. Her name was Devjani Saha, I still remember. She was telling, sir, there is my friend who is very tensed. She is very nervous. I'm like, why? What happened? Well, actually, she is not able to concentrate in studies. How can I help her? I'm like, how can I? Why? What is the problem? Then she told that the problem is that she's remembering her past life. As soon as she sits to solve mathematics, she's remembering that she was in Dehradun in last life and she was a kid. And then how she was shot dead by, when she was 16 years old, she was shot dead. And all this remembrance is there in her mind. Then I told, oh my God, is this? Then I told, yes, it may be true because I am reading so many. So I thought, yes, it is true. What she's telling, she may be true. Then I was thinking, she may be joking or cooking up stories. I was thinking in two minds. Then I was asking more. Okay, please tell me something more. So that I wanted some Vedic perspective. Okay, some proof. So then she told that, sir, actually she's not able to control. She's not able to focus. Nothing happening. What to do, sir? Then I told, no problem. You know, the best solution is if we do some meditation. This meditation can really help. Why don't you tell your friend to do some meditation? Maybe that will subside. These all thoughts will subside in her mind. And then she started crying very loudly. I told her, why are you crying? She told that, sir, actually, I am only that girl. Oh. Then she told that, okay, then I became more inquisitive. Like, you know, this soul and all these are very wonderful concepts. I mean to say, it's makes us very excited to hear all that. And I was hearing reality. I mean to say, I was understanding from Bhagavad Gita, and then now was a real life example in front of me. So I was very excited. So then immediately I asked, can you please tell me more? I mean to say, then I was asking some foolish questions. I became so excited. I said, you were there in past life. You remember everything. This means you remember your last life Gmail password, Facebook password. I mean to say, then I forgot Facebook was not there and all that. So then immediately she told that, sir, उतना याद नहीं है, but इतना याद है कि मैं देहरादून में थी, मुझे पूरा घर याद है, कहाँ मैं क्या करती थी, and ना मुझे ऐसे मारा गया था लास्ट में. I was shot dead. This much I remember. Then more things she was telling. Then I told, okay, do you remember the last life of our last life? Then I was shocked. She told, yes, sir, I remember. Before that, I was a South Indian Brahmana boy. Last life, I was a girl. And before that, I was a South Indian Brahmana boy. Then I was thinking in Vedic perspective, अच्छा ऐसा होता है क्या? मैंने हाँ होता है. पहले boy होता है, boy के बाद girl हो सकता है, फिर girl के बाद girl हो सकती है. हाँ सही है. तो ऐसे I was going in my line of thinking, okay, this she is telling correct or not. Then I asked, really? Do you remember the previous life of that life? I was not expecting. She told, yes, sir, I remember. Before that, I was a cow. And I just remember that, I don't remember much. I just remember that I had some horns and I'm just remembering those, like I used to go like this among the fields. This much, that halka, like that I'm able to. I was not able to believe. I thought she's telling lie. I told, really, do you, now last question, after that I'll not ask, do you really remember before this life who you were? She told, sir, I'm not remembering fully, but I remember I was some creature who goes on the land like this, maybe some snake, because I remember that my body was very low on the ground and I was able to see that big bushes like that. I told, oh my God, Bapre. Then I told, really, do you remember before this? She told, no, sir, I don't remember anything, please. I just remember this. And then again, she started crying. I told her, what is the problem? Well, sir, actually, I am now telling at this age, in class 12, I am telling you, this I revealed to my mother when I was 6, 7 years, 8 years, that time. I got a tight slap. After that, I have not spoken to anyone. But because all of you here in Partha, like, you are spiritualist and you are speaking all this, I thought you may be understanding. So I'm revealing it to you. Don't tell to my mother. She will again scold me because she is thinking that this is all nonsense. But sir, I am remembering. I know all this. I am telling this is reality. This is not just my, imagination. Even I can take you to my Dehradun house, sir. I can take you to my Dehradun house, which I was there in last time. So my dear friends, are you understanding why I am telling this? Because this is very important. I mean to say proof for that how we are not this body, we are spirit soul. I mean to say whenever we have these sessions, more these practical examples we hear in front of us, that can give us more faith. Scriptures are there obviously, but with scriptures, if we have more real life examples, then both combined, we have a firm faith. Yes, the scriptures are not just bogus. They are all speaking realities. I was very much, excited and I was wanting to take her interview more. But then, what happened? Her mother took her out of Partha only. Where she went, I don't know. I don't have any contact. So like that. Then one more wonderful thing happened, my dear friends. Then I told her, okay, what you do? You start chanting Hare Krishna. From that day, she started chanting 4 rounds. And after 1 month, she told that, sir, I'm able to focus in my studies. I'm able to, really, this is helping me a lot. Then I told you, please continue this. But somehow parents were not allowing, something was happening. And I don't know. Because they also don't understand what is this Hare Krishna. That's why these sessions are there. If you understand what is this Hare Krishna and what is this soul and what is then everything will be so wonderful. Because nowadays, who are becoming parents? We only are becoming parents. No? Who will become parent after some years? We will become parent. If we only don't have this information, how can we give to our kids? So that is what is going on. Because their parents don't have this information, they are suffering. So we all are very fortunate that we have got this information, and when our children will be there, they will be having this information so that this problem will not come. They will know who they are. But first of all, let us realize, let us know who we are. So this reincarnation is a very wonderful proof of existence of spirit soul, that how we are not this body. So these are the four in this session, students. These four things will be covering: common sense, consciousness, near-death experiences, and reincarnation. So I started with reincarnation only. So I will again continue with reincarnation. So again, I was hearing so many stories about reincarnation. There is a doctor, Ian Stevenson. He's very famous, and he does whole research in this field of reincarnation. He has, I think, more than 200 cases in his book of previous life, this happened, next life, this happened, and like that. So these all are truth. These are not just, even what to speak of this, even Bhagavatam, if you see, there are so many stories that in previous life he was he, and next life he became like that. So many different stories they tell about reincarnation. Many, many, many. We can go on. This can be a full session of reincarnation if you talk of Bhagavatam now. So many different coming in my mind. Then I will speak more of now, present age. Like once what happened, once I was seeing a video, and I want to get that video. There was a small clipping of the video. I have seen that video. I still remember. There was one small child. There was his father and the small child and mother. They were all taking dinner. And the child was 5-6 years old. And immediately what he told to his father was there, and who was there? Yeah, his father was there, he was there, and his mother was there. The child was 5-6 years old. So in this case study, what happened? The child immediately, by taking dinner only, immediately he told to the, and he was already showing some symptoms before, but the parents were not understanding. He told, "My dear father, I still remember those days when I used to change your nappies." Father, shocked. I have changed your nappies, or you will change my nappies. And father became so ashamed in front of his wife. What this child is saying? And father told, "What months? What you are speaking?" Then he started speaking. I still remember you were so small, so cute, and I used to change your panties. And what are you speaking? Then he told, yes, I am your Dadaji. Then he told, how? Then immediately they took out all the albums, and he told, yes, I am this, and this is my sister, Dadaji's sister. She was telling, and he immediately remembered that car, old car. He immediately remembered the car number also. This is my car, And this father and mother, they were shocked. They were shocked. Oh my God, he is our grandfather. His father only who has come and taken birth again in our family. Then immediately they were thinking. So that's how. Wherever the soul is attached, again he takes birth there. Then generally it happens the grandfather comes again in the same family. Why? Because if you're attached to this world, again you will come in that place. Again, if we become Krishna conscious, then we will be going out of this world. But you see the same again repetition of birth, old age, disease, death. A perfect example of how if we don't practice spirituality, then how we are again and again and again and again entangling ourselves in this life only. And maybe same place also. No improvement. Nothing happening. There only nearby. Going on again and again. Many 2-3 examples I have seen like this. I have heard like this. So this is reincarnation. Perfect proof. Many people, now the question comes many times that, okay, out of so many people, why only few of them remember about reincarnation? Everybody should remember about reincarnation. So again, the basic answer would be that if everybody remembers of reincarnation, my dear friends, it will be very difficult for us to live this life, because their life is very difficult, you see, because they remember their last life and all that. So it all coincides. It becomes difficult. If we all remember our all lives, then if somebody would have asked us, okay, tell me your father's name, we would tell, which father's name? Cockroach father's name, or my frog bird's father's name, or my ant father's name, or which father's name I should speak? We'll be confused. Which father's name? There are so many fathers. All these lives, if I remember, all different animal forms we have taken, because there are 84 lakh species of animal forms, which will be mad. So Krishna makes us forget so that we can, live this life very peacefully. But the next question comes, why then some people remember? For all of us, so that scientists can believe and they can prove to the entire world by the fact of reincarnation that how it is true. So both ways, that is how it is. Okay, then we come to the First one, common sense. Very simple concept of common sense, which I already told before. Like we say, somebody has passed away. ये तो चल गए, तो कौन चल गए? वो तो सामने बैठे हैं. So the soul has gone away. The body is still there, but the soul has passed away. The soul has passed away. Same way, by the experience, you see, whenever we take, like I mean to say, whenever you click photographs, you know, whenever you click photographs or whenever you, if some person is there, we'll be, you know, what will happen? There will be change in the emotions. Our emotions will change. Our, you know, feelings will change. When we are clicking photographs, we see the photographs. But if suppose you're taking photograph of a television, will something happen to the television? Because it is dead matter. Nothing will happen to. That is the difference. We are aware, we have this thinking, feeling, willing. This is consciousness. We have the consciousness. And how we are getting this consciousness, my dear friends? From that soul, that spark of energy, that soul is giving us this full consciousness in our body. And very wonderful proof of soul is near-death experiences. There are many, many cases where people have come out of their body and again gone inside. Like once what happened, you know, a small incident. In one of the foreign countries, again, this happened, that one of the persons was operated. His stomach was cut and an operation was done to him. And after because anesthesia was given to him, so he was lying unconscious. And afterwards, he came into consciousness and everything happened. And afterwards, what happened? After the operation, the patient told to the doctor, he started laughing and he told the doctor, I still remember what jokes you were doing with the nurse when you were operating me. And he got shocked. How he heard all that, because he was unconscious. He was, you know, anesthesia was there. And then immediately there were many incidents like this. Then he told that I remember everything. Then he told, how do you remember? Because he told that I was there up in the ceiling. He told, how you were there up in the ceiling? He told that when you cut, I was actually at the up. And afterwards, when everything became, again I came down. So what happened, my dear friends? To understand this, actually what happens many times when our body becomes, you know, not compatible with us. You know, when the body does not become compatible with the soul temporarily comes out. So that soul came out and he's seeing the body because the soul is attached to the body. The soul doesn't goes out very quickly to any other place. That's why even जब कोई मर जाते हैं तो उनका बॉडी को क्या किया जाता है, चलाया जाता है. We burn the body. Why? If you don't burn the body, the soul will go on. It will be always with the body. It will not go to the next destination. That's why all these samskaras are there. Everything has a reason. We have these 13 days and all samskaras are done nicely such that the soul goes to the next destination. Otherwise, the soul is so attached to the body. For 60, 70 years, we are there inside the body. We are attached to this body. We think we are this body only. So again, we want to be near that body only, inside that body only, but the body has become uncompatible. गड़बड़ हो गया है, तो नहीं जा पा रहा है. Then the soul becomes homeless. So to deliver that soul, the body is burnt. So everything has a reason. Like in many foreign countries, you know, they don't do all the rituals properly. So many ghost haunted, you know, places are there. Many ghost haunted places are there like that. So this is another proof of, you know, out of body experiences. Basically, this is out of body experiences where people sometimes come out and they have seen outside, they have seen themselves from top like this. So what it is saying, 11 to 14% of the average American population, mentally, physically healthy, have had OB. And then there is near-death experiences also. There are many people those who have almost like, he is Dr. Ian Stevenson. So these are some of the proofs. One more wonderful proof is like, you know, I fear from height and I fear from water. Some people fear from, you know, see, some people fear from water, some people fear from height. What does this mean? A lot of chances is there. This phobia is from past life. That's how scientists are telling. And it may be true. This means we must have been drowned in the last life by water. That's why I have this phobia of water. Maybe from height, because I must have in one of the life, I must have been, you know, fallen from a cliff. And this proves the soul. Because the body is again same. उनका सब कुछ same है, match कर रहा है. What is different? Fingerprint is different. The soul is different. The soul is different. The soul is different. There are two souls. They are not same body. They are not same souls. They are different souls. Like this. There are many different things. You know. Then there is a nice story of this case study, Dr. Ian Stevenson of this. I already told you many stories, so I'm not telling the story again. So these four things are very important. The essence is we understand that how we are not this body, we are spirit soul. Even in scriptures, even great personalities have all talked about that how we are not this body, we are spirit soul. So basically what happens, as soon as we understand we are a spirit soul, then our life becomes very, very easy. Like once what happened, His Holiness Bhakti Charuswami Maharaj, many of you must be knowing, who doesn't know, he's very senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada. He came to our temple, and I still remember all were sitting, and he started speaking on how we are not this body, we are spirit soul. Like when we preach, we will be bringing first year, second year, and we all are think we are in 10th year, 15th year, whatever. We are very senior, and we were sitting. Everybody was thinking, and one of the senior devotee went to the Maharaj and told the Maharaj, these all boys, no, they are, they all have attended Discovery yourself. They all know they are like in this year. So then Maharaj told that, then what? Then what? So this is Maharaj. Maharaj was telling that, okay, I am speaking about spirit soul. Have they realized they are spirit soul? Have they realized their spirit soul? No. So then we understood, oh, so Maharaj is telling for us, for everyone. Even now, whenever at whatever stage of Krishna conscious we are, it's not that we have realized we are spirit soul. Even this session, many of you must have attended this session. The same slides, many of you would have attended. Yes. But then does this mean that we have realized who are spirit soul? More we read Bhagavad Gita, more we hear from Gita, more we hear practical examples, more we get that faith. Then early morning when we chant, early morning when we get up, we understand, okay, we are spirit soul. Because we forget we are spirit soul, then we get up early morning, and what we do? So because we understand that we are spirit soul, then Srila Prabhupada has given us a very simple formula, A, B, C, D, which is again, not to forget. Every session, my dear friend, this will be told to you by all the speakers. So you should not think that, oh, the same A, B, C, D, everybody is speaking A, B, C, D, E. Yes, that is what every life we are doing. We are going to engineering colleges, and we are getting a degree. And again we die, and again we start from A, B, C, D, right? In the next life, again we start from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Better not do that. So if we do this A, B, C, D, E of spiritual life, then that A, B, C, D we don't have to do next life. A, B, C, D, E. A is association of devotees. D is Bhagavad Gita, reading spiritual books. C is chanting Hare Krishna. D is diet, prasadam, sanctified food. And E, many things. E can be engagement in services of Krishna. E can be following fast like Ekadashis. E is Ekadashi, or doing some service for Krishna. So A, B, C, D, E. This is what we are trying to do every day, and this is what we have to do every day. Every Friday, we'll be told to remember this A, B, C, D, E. That's what we have to do. Every day, early morning, we have to do these 5 activities, early morning. One thing I like, and I'm very happy, one thing, that somehow or other, this morning, what we have got, early morning, you get up and chant Hare Krishna and do this. Because of this, our life becomes so wonderful. I have seen in my life. If this early morning getting up and doing these things, spiritual activities was not there, I would say the life would be waste. The life would be waste because when the whole world is sleeping, as Bhagavad Gita it is said, for the people, what is day is night, and for the people, what is night is day. So when we are practicing Krishna consciousness, our day starts early morning. So my dear friends, all of you also must be getting early morning. It's very wonderful, nice experience. Early morning, if we can get up and we can practice this Krishna consciousness, our lives can be changed, and it has changed. It will change more for sure. Somehow or other, it has become such a habit. Early morning, automatically eyes 4, 4:30, maximum 5. Eyes open up automatically. Even if you want to sleep, you can't sleep. That is how it has become. Early morning. Then early morning we get up. We chant this Hare Krishna, which is the fuel of the soul, my dear friends, which we are talking of. Because body to you are anyhow taking care. We all are taking care very nicely. That because immediately we get that hunger and we immediately take care. But then the question is, why are we not getting that hunger for the soul? We are getting that hunger, but we are not realizing that hunger. We are curbing that hunger again and again by more focusing on the body. But when every Friday we attend this satsanga, then we'll become more hungry. We'll become more hungry, and then that hunger will be satisfied by again following early morning, getting up, chanting Hare Krishna. Some of you are already chanting, many of you are chanting. at early morning chanting Hare Krishna. In association of devotees, maybe some people do online, some people do some place we go nearby. Nearby one voice is center is there, so I go to voice sometimes, not every day. And on Sundays I go to temple, so it's very wonderful like that. Then we attend Mangalarti, we chant Hare Krishna. Like all of you also, those who are there getting opportunity in Calcutta or wherever nearby, they can go to early morning temple, chant with devotees or chant online or something like that. Nowadays it's become very easy. Online we can do like that. So association, books, chanting, and diet prasadam. I'll just share last one. This time is also very, because this session is very big, but I have been given only 45 minutes. So everything can't be covered. So yes, I would like to share about that how I came into Krishna consciousness. Is it okay, Prabhuji? I can speak that.
True.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So little bit I'll speak that. So basically, when I was in college, I just remember the first day of my college, that how one devotee came and knocked at my door and he gave me the book Discover Yourself. I still remember that how he sat near me. He was Raj Gopinath, he's in temple now. Raj Manipur. I was thinking, what kind of personality this is? I was amazed. He's from our same college. I thought he's from somewhere outside. Such a simple, humble person. I'm going to say I was shocked. Not the book, but that person brought me into Krishna consciousness. At least go, let me go and attend the session. Kuch to baat hai. Then I went, and the person who was giving session, he again was a different personality. He was Nimayanand Prabhu. He was giving session, Apurva Prabhu, I remember that time. So whenever I attended these all 6 sessions, which you are attending these Fridays, these are all the same sessions which I attended, it really changed the whole perspective of my life. It really changed the whole perspective of my life. I still remember in first year, I wanted to go to some other country and something, and how I was amazed. I am just amazed at how there were 2 things. One, I had to go to for internship to some other country, and one was the Mayapur trip. Like all of you must be going, or maybe going, may have gone with Balaram going through, or in future you will go to different trips, different places like that. So like that, our first trip was in Mayapur, and I wanted to go to the trip. That video Prabhuji was showing that this trip you have to go. I was always seeing the video that is, yes, I want to go. He was showing to other boys in the. I was telling, I was not registering for that camp, but I was going with Prabhuji to all the different rooms to others. You also see this video, so wonderful. You also come, but I was not registering. Prabhu was telling, you are coming in every room and you are showing the video, but you are not registering. You first register. You are not registering for this. Then I told, no, I have to go now. I have internship. I have to go now. So I was not registering for that. Every day for 1 month, I remember. I was just shocked. That just touched me. In the evening, 6:30, he will come with the cycle to my room. He will take me on hand like this. 1 hour round that field. He will try to convince me that please come. It is so important. That is more important. Internship, you can go next year also. This, that. And I was in my mind, I have kept in my mind that I will hear from this year and I will take out from this year, whatever he is speaking. Because I know now what he will speak. So every day for 1 month he was speaking. I was just hearing from this year and going from this year. I don't know what happened when 1 week before it was 1 week before this time was there for registering. People, now is the last date, and again the last date for the internship was also there. Both places I have to give money so that I can register. I don't know what happened. He told me a very nice idea. He told, why don't you register by giving a token amount here also and there also, so that both places is secured. And many times we don't know, last moment our mind changes. So wherever you want, last moment you go. I told, this is good idea, because I want to do this also, I want to do this all, that also, but both are clashing. And फिर एक को कैंसिल कर देंगे, क्या करेंगे और क्या करें, because I am also confused. And इतना 1 महीने से आप ऐसा इतना वो हो गया ना, क्या करें, I am also confused. So I don't know what happened that time. I just registered. I told, okay, fine, I will give you something and I will register. I registered, and how I registered, I remember. Next day I went to ATM. I went to his room somewhere, and I gave the money. As soon as I gave the money and I was returning from the cycle, then I thought, what happened? Why I don't know why I gave or why I registered. Something happened. I don't know. I was thinking, I have really registered, but I want to go to that internship. How I registered? I still don't remember what happened to me and why I registered. And somehow or other, afterwards, I didn't went to that internship, but I went to that camp, and I am really happy. And because of that, I am here. Somehow, by Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, I would not be in Krishna consciousness. It was a really wonderful experience. And then how I got connected to Balaram Govinda, and then he became our mentor, and he was guiding us like that. So this whole, everything changed just because somehow or other a devotee came in our life. So my dear friends, we all are very fortunate that we are getting association of devotees. Who can be so selfless than a devotee? That is the only quality which brings us close to devotees, and that is the only quality which makes us away from other people. Selfish and selfless. As soon as we see someone selfless, immediately our heart becomes, melted. अच्छा लगता है, बहुत अच्छा. How? If a person is selfish, immediately we become, we can share our things and we can get uplifted. If a person is selfish, we don't want to. That's how it is. So that is how it happened. This is what I want to share. Thank you very much. There are many things. I have not completed the session actually, but I've shared the essence maybe. I think.
Hare Krishna. There it is. You stopped it, sharing.
No, I have not stopped it. 1 minute.
You would like to
I want to
some-
share. I want to share last
Yeah, please.
one from, because you started with Chaitanya Charitamrita. I want to share from Chaitanya Charitamrita only. Am I allowed?
Yeah. Please.
That is very nice. Yesterday, His Grace Shri Harsha Priya Prabhu sent in group. I liked it so much, and it is very relevant for all of us.
Yeah,
So I will just share that. 1 minute. Yes. This is a very nice, wonderful thing I liked. And everybody, for all of us, is relevant. This is what is happening to us. Just see. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, I think Lord Chaitanya is telling, Mana dushta hoile nahe Krishnera smarana, Krishna smriti bina haya nispala jivana. Can all of you repeat? Mana dushta hoile nahe Krishnera smarana.
Krishna Smarit. Manadishta hoile nahe Krishna Smarana.
Krishna smriti bina haya nispala jivana.
Krishna Smriti Vinu Hoye Nishpala Jivana.
Thank you. This is so wonderful. I was yesterday, because so many days I have not read Chaitanya Charitamrita. Somehow this tune, it is so attractive. I don't know. It looks so wonderful. Whatever. Because I remember in temple we used to read. After that I have not read only Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yesterday when Prabhuji sent in the group, I was so excited, and this verse was so wonderful. If we can apply this, when one's mind is polluted, it is very difficult to remember Krishna. And when remembrance of Krishna is hampered, one life is unproductive. Then I was thinking, from so many days I was thinking, why my life is becoming so unproductive? कुछ ठीक से नहीं हो रहा है. And can I say, all of you also thinking like that? Everybody is thinking, अरे सब कुछ गड़बड़ चल रहा है, ठीक सा नहीं हो रहा है. क्यों गड़बड़ चल रहा है? तब पता चला, ओहो, चैतन्य महाप्रभु is telling क्यों गड़बड़ चल रहा है? Because our remembrance of Krishna is going down. ओहो, यही तो गड़बड़ है. When I was attending sessions in college, in the third, fourth session week, I was thinking, from बचपन से I was thinking, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है इस दुनिया में, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. क्या गड़बड़ है? I was not knowing. Last 20 years कॉलेज जब तक नहीं गया तब तक नहीं सोच रहा हूँ क्या गड़बड़ है. कुछ तो गड़बड़ है दुनिया में, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. क्या गड़बड़ है? I don't know. Who can answer me? I don't know. But कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. But जब सेशन अटेंड किया, फोर्थ सेशन में प्रभु जी बोले कि ये जो दुनिया है ना, we are living like in a cage. We are in prison. In this material world, we are like in prison, and you have to come out of this prison. You have to go to the spiritual world. तब मैं सोचा, ओहो, यही तो गड़बड़ है. हम लोग तो प्रिजन में हैं. हम लोग तो प्रिजन में हैं तो कैसे खुश रहेंगे? जो जेल में होता है कभी खुश रहता है क्या? जेल से निकलेंगे तब ना खुश होंगे. हम बोले, अरे यार, मैं तो सोच रहा हूँ कि इस जेल में और खाना अच्छा कैसे करूं और अपना लाइफ कैसे अच्छा करूं. लेकिन जेल में कितना भी कर लो, जब तक जेल से बाहर नहीं आएंगे तब तक प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं होगा ना, माय डियर फ्रेंड्स. Then I understood, oh, the problem is not that how I can improve the facilities in the jail. The problem is that you have to come out of the jail. The problem is, everything is unproductive. Why? Because we are not remembering Krishna. That is the main problem. Because we are getting disconnected from Krishna. Because we are part and parcel of Krishna. We are spirit soul, as we attended in today's session. We are spirit soul. We are part and parcel of Krishna. We can only become happy when we are connected to Krishna. Not with this body. Body is matter. This material world is matter. When one's mind is polluted, it is difficult to remember Krishna. So mind polluted होने से difficult है. तो क्या करना है? Remembrance बढ़ाना है. वो hamper होने से सब unproductive होता है. So we have to increase our remembrance of Krishna. How? Again, chanting Hare Krishna and all, doing the morning activities which we do. That is how. So this verse, this purport is also very wonderful. A devotee should always be alert, keeping his mind in a sanguine state, that he always remember Lord Krishna. The Shastra state, Smartavya Satatam Vishnu. In devotional life, one should always remember Lord Vishnu. This I like very much. Thank you. Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. We can stop the screen share.
I'm stopping.
I think devotee will be having some questions.
Yes,
So they can ask you. Okay, stop the share.
I've stopped. Yeah, in chat somebody has written. This is the question.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Advaita.
Advaita. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. How can I start chanting again? I'm not able to do chanting like I did previously. Okay. So yes, actually, what I feel, we can always pair up with someone. Alone, many times it becomes difficult. So one of the very wonderful thing would be, because you want to chant, you have the desire to chant. So maybe you can pair up with some friend if possible. This I'm telling some practical thing, like early morning. Like I also, I stay alone now. So like I'm married, so my wife will come after 1 month. But I'm alone now. So when I'm alone, then either I go to voice sometimes, or phone. I have many friends online. We chant sometimes with some. Sometimes I chant. Sometimes with other devotees. Like that, somehow it's very good if we can chat with some devotees. But then automatically you will be inspired. Alone, problem is you want to, but alone and in home, the atmosphere. So this means you have to create an environment. If we can create an environment where we can chant, so this is a very wonderful thing which can happen. This is very good. The best thing which I think, if somehow we, like for example, tomorrow morning I have to go to temple. So alone, I know if I'm there, I will sleep and I will not go to temple for sure. So my friend is there, Ravi Shankar Prabhu. So today I told him that अरे आ जाओ रात को इधर ही सो जाओ मेरे पास क्योंकि आप उधर सोओगे मैं इधर नहीं जा पाएंगे टेंपल पक्का नहीं जा पाएंगे. So you come, we will sleep together, then together we'll early morning get up and go to temple. So he told yes, I also want to go, so I will also come. We both will sleep together today and tomorrow we'll go to temple. So like this we have to do something. Alone, very difficult. So I think this is one of the things. There are many more things, but this can help, I think.
Hare Krishna. So thank you, Madhav Sundar Prabhu.
Thank you very much.
For a very powerful presentation. Yes, you may not have not completed the session from slides perspective, but you have covered the essence very on a practical terms, explaining many wonderful examples. So I was just thinking about it when you mentioned the soul and connected to selflessness and selfishness. Actually, the nature of to be selfless, which a devotee cultivates over a period, that happens because of his identification with the soul. Soul by nature is always remains a servant of Krishna, trying to please him and please the Lord's associates. And that is the quality of the soul by nature, being selfless. And this is the first thing we get impressed in other devotees when we meet first time. The amazing point which you mentioned, this is one of the very practical things which we see, that how devotee selflessness is beyond material calculations. So it's and this because of which we really get impressed. I was also remembering when you're mentioning your life, I was remembering my life, how the thing which attracted me, the selflessness.
Yes.
And even Radhanath Swami Maharaj mentions that in the Journey Home book. I recommend all the devotees who are there that they should read this book, The Journey Home, by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. He meets many saints and sadhus throughout his venture of searching for God in India. And he was really impressed by Srila Prabhupada because he saw that selflessness aspect very strongly in this personality, and because of which he surrendered his life to him. Thank you, Madhav Sundar Prabhu, and amazing. for your wonderful. Because when I was feeling that they only see my face every time. So I was thinking, like this opportunity last time, Murari Gopal was there, and this time you were there. And all of your information, we will be having next week very special topic: modern woman versus Vedic woman. It's a spiritual topic. It's not just a hot topic for doing some prajalpa discussion, rumors and things like that. Because we have to take in a very spiritual perspective. The Friday satsang is for spiritual nourishment. So I requested some of the two Matajis to prepare on that. One is Megha Mataji. She is very from a career perspective, she is very professional, and she's a mother also herself. She has the both modern and Vedic perspectives in her life. So I requested her also to share some things. It is a very interesting topic. So I request, please make yourself available. And today is a very special day. I think I requested Prabhu Murari Gopal. Are you there here?
Yes, I'm there.
Yes. So, 1 minute. I am just trying to make you hotspot. How to do that?
This is fine, Prabhuji.
No. Just yeah. Hare Krishna. So he is one of the jewels in our from Kharagpur, IIT Kharagpur preaching, and he's by birth devotee. You can see in his background also. There's Hare Krishna Mahamantra written on the curtain. Interesting design he has. And actually, devotees' birthdays are very special because with every birthday, a person comes 1 year closer to death. But for devotee, he comes 1 year closer to Krishna. That is the difference, and that's why it's glorious. And not to embarrass or not to suffocate Murari Gopal, but I would like to share some things in my personal perspective with dealing with him for 2 minutes, and then I request any other students or other friends or well-wishers of Murari Gopal, they would like to share some things, they can speak. I remember it is in 2009, 9 or 10, I went to Kharagpur for preaching purpose. I was given some service of mentoring, and that is the time I came in contact with Muralidhar. He is educational perspective, very powerful person. He has published more than 12 papers. Actually, publishing 1 paper itself is a very tough thing. And he has published 12 papers in his PhD and things. I think it is more than that. I don't know. At least that count is 12. And professors were telling him, enough, you have done. Now you move ahead. This is one side of him, but the side which I really am impressed and seen him consistently doing is the spiritual dedication which he has. I remember he used to make in IIT Kharagpur in the agricultural field. He had the fields were there. He used to bring special masalas. He was a research in masala he's doing. So he used to bring special masalas to Kolkata for Radha Govind service. For making special items for the deities, he used to bring masalas. And it is a policy for him. Every week he will send a garland, special garlands made from the flowers in the IIT gardens. And tulsi malas, tulsi, and twigs which we use for offering incense to the deities. Is to make that slot and send to Radha Govind service. And I thought, no, how is a professor? It's like you're doing PhD research and a scientific minded person, completely devotional. And in fact, I can see that more and more glories as he dedicated himself to the Gaudiya Sampradaya. He took initiation in 2019 along with Madhav Sundar Prabhu and all that. They all together took it. And I say his desire for preaching, amazing. he has distributed 1-to-1. He will go and distribute. He has a target. For 3 months, I'll distribute 108 Bhagavad Gitas. And after that, he keeps a target of more books. Like that, every year he has taken very wonderful involvement in distributing Bhagavad Gita. And not only that, he is very, very close to Radha Madhav, Sridham Mayapur, the temple of Vedic Planetarium. What you see right now, behind it, lot of endeavor goes in devotees. A lot of endeavor goes by devotees in collecting funds, making the construction happen. So we have one Vraj Vilas Prabhu, Vraj Vilas Prabhu, who is main in charge of TOIP. He mentions always that that I am really looking for Muralidhar to come, because if he comes to Sridham Mayapur, he will ensure, he will collect more than crores for the project, and he has done it. During Sridham Mayapur visit, is to come stay for a month there, and whoever comes to Mayapur, he inspires them to give some money for the sake of the building the Vedic Planetarium. So he basically is taking a begging role. He's becoming a beggar there. This another third aspect I see in him. He's a professor, technically very sounded man, knowledge perspective, and he has very devotional sentiments which he has for the deities. He will go for Vrindavan Parikramas, Govardhan Parikramas and things, and then preaching oriented, quite strongly oriented for preaching, distributing Prabhupada books. And the fourth aspect, he becomes a very beggar, and begging people to give donations for the Radha Mate Temple of Vedic Planetarium. I don't know whether I am his mentor or not, but I really take a lot of guidance and principles he shares with me. And he has been a very good friend and well-wisher of mine. Hare Krishna. So these are the few points which I would like to share in glorification of Muralidhar Meghwal, Murari Gopal Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. It's all you see good thing, but I'm not qualified to have such a wonderful the expression of blessings. I need to do a lot of more things to good to the society, good to all the devotees, to utilize time in best way. But I'm not doing really. I feel to do good seva. It's a great pleasure to give, not in taking, and being the taker of Lord is the greatest blessing. Thank you, Prabhuji. I'm really nurtured and blessed by your all spiritual guidance.
So we wish to congratulate him on his birthday and pray. We should all pray that Prabhu takes more further leap and bounds in Krishna consciousness and help so many people more in their life. And we should also learn many wonderful lessons from in our personal life also, how we should keep our life very sound materially, not compromising spiritually, and going deeper in spiritual aspects. Actually, he is known figure now in the field of agriculture, where he's invited as a guest at many places. He goes with Vaishnav Tilak and gives presentations there. It's a quite interesting. No, you cannot see such amazing involvement of him. Well, you don't get to see. This is very important, very needed. We learn these all aspects from him. His sadhana is very intact. He chants his round consistently and chants more rounds. Keeps his life dedicated. Hare Krishna. So we'll stop the recording here. And